I just be careful about that bog and steer clear of it.
Yeah, we will.
At least for the time being.
Let's move forward.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and reveal. It takes about 2 days to get wherever you guys. I'm going to just reveal this area by the lake, and I assume this is like the lake that you're talking about, right?
The major one that's in like dead north center.
Yeah, essentially.
Sorry, missed the mute.
That's cool. So essentially, he gets you wherever you want to go. Someone ping where you want to kind of set up.
So did we leave the woods?
Yeah, you leave the woods. It only takes 2 days to get to this.
Okay.
To the lake.
I'd say as I leave the woods, I'll leave a little, almost kind of an offering of fish or whatever kind of meat we have, like right outside the woods for the thrycreen.
All right.
So you said that we were downriver before. We were heading upriver, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So I would say our best plan is to get on the other side of this lake. Why don't we settle to where the river is flowing? Because this water is flowing out of the lake, if I understand you correctly, right?
Yes, except for the one. Oh yeah, actually on both sides.
That's flowing out.
Yeah.
So we want to get.
And that's flowing out too, actually, because that's actually starting to go down. You're at upper elevation. If you look at this cliff up here, you're kind of on a plateau right there.
Yeah.
So that's also flowing up.
All right.
Yeah, this river's flowing over to this little lake over there, the little one.
I still like putting the bog behind us. I'd like a nice little spot. We got a good corner right in here. We got we got a wall behind us, so to speak.
So we're on high ground. We don't see any structures or smoke or anything around.
It's also quite hilly as well, so you don't have a whole lot of visibility per se. You're going to have to further map it out if you want.
All right.
So he gets you there. He's like, all right, you're here. Hey, this is where you want to go. I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah. How's the land here? Actually, I guess I don't know what you want me to roll. How fertile are we looking?
Make a survival check. Nature check.
Oh, that's survival.
Survival or nature. It works.
I'll go survival.
All right, survival. It looks, this area, it looks to be in kind of a floodplain this close to the lake. So very fertile. Looks like the lake floods, possibly from the snow precipitation you're thinking, that melts in the wintertime. All kind of runs off into the rivers and the lake, and it kind of just overruns the border area to create really fertile farmland. Probably all around the lake and along the rivers.
So, sorry, the rivers are all running away from the lake.
Correct.
Or is the one at the north running?
I'm just saying that there's so much snowfall that along the hills that surround the lake that aren't drawn in yet, that the snow runs off of those into the lake, and the lake floods along with the rivers up to a certain point. Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, the rivers are all running away from the lake.
Enough trees and stuff around here to look at potential structure stuff.
I mean you're not looking at a full-blown house in this immediate mile or two, but you can build like a little shack with a dirt floor and roof, essentially. Nothing major, but something to kind of set up if you wanted to. Do you want to be within the flood zone or outside of the flood zone? That's the thing.
Want to be outside.
All right. So you have to go roughly about a quarter mile from the lake.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So you're a quarter mile from the lake.
Want to make sure whatever we build doesn't flood out entirely.
I just don't get the advantage of being on that side, the north side of it. I guess you're trying to separate. You're putting, but I mean, the bugs could be peaceful, and also what is, I don't know. I see more geography on the south side of it, but I mean, again, it's not like we're setting up houses right now, so it doesn't really matter. But
the swamp is on the other side too, and he's already warned us there's something bad in the swamp.
I just don't want anything flooding, anything coming there for us. We've got a decent. I mean, what I really like about this spot is that we've got a nice little nook to build. Right, we've got a pretty large area that we can build here. So it doesn't technically matter where we build around this lake. I just figure if we put a lake between us and that swamp, that anything that's going to come from that swamp is going to have to go through the lake. Hopefully give us a bit of an advantage against it.
So whenever we figure out the exact spot we're going to do, I'll probably go down to the lake and check it out solo when they go for a swim.
All right.
Well, what's our actual goal here? Did we ever decide whether we're starting to find a place to live, or if we're trying to find the other people here?
I'm right now just looking for a spot. We didn't necessarily know if the map was 100%. To me, it's a pretty good spot. That I like being in this little horseshoe. I like being right near a lake. Now I want to taste the lake real quick. Is that fresh water?
Yeah, it's fresh water.
All right. Want to make sure we weren't up for any surprise of salt water here. I think we're in great shape. Actually, you know what? If we settle right by that river that's flowing out, you can even set up a water wheel pretty easily. All right. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. And we've got. I mean, I think I'm already going a little bit too far in advance. Atlas, do you have a better place as to where you're thinking you'd like to set?
I mean, again, it's not like we're building a palace. I'm looking at the strongholds thing. So I guess like in the confines of the game or whatever, we're probably looking to build like a large house or something like that. Guildhall Lodge. I mean, obviously some place for tonight, right? And then I'm going to go check out the lake to make sure there's nothing bad in the lake that's going to sneak up on us. But other than that,
it's also a lot of water too. You gotta think.
I'm more worried about our immediate shoreline, and if I spend 8 hours underwater the entire time searching, I feel like I can cover a good amount of our immediate shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just what I'm going to do with my day tomorrow, while everyone else starts building camp, I guess. But.
So you're able to build a couple lean-tos essentially in the time you have left today. Just for some more protection than just a sleeping pack. Atlas on your shift. Tola comes up to you. He goes, Who are you looking for out here? It would kind of help me out if I knew.
What do you mean help you out?
I could help out by looking for him. I know what to expect. Who is this person or people?
Friend, if you're sticking by our side, then we'll see him when you see him. I mean, I don't imagine we're going to be splitting off here too soon. Fell told you. I mean, our uncle was killed, and honestly, we don't know exactly who it is we're looking for, but I think we'll know when we find him, because I'm assuming they'll have sword in hand.
Well, all right. You got any guesses, though? I mean...
Do you have any guesses? When we asked on that first day if you'd seen any unkind sort, you said you hadn't. So
I had,
your guess is as good as mine.
All right then. I'll just mosey on back. And
I mean, if you think of anything, friend, feel free to speak up. But right now, we didn't find them on the way here, and we're gonna keep searching, I suppose.
All right. So you guys sleep and wake up. the next morning. Atlas, you go to the shoreline. You don't see anything of immediate danger in a mile of shoreline close to your camp. Everyone else starts gathering some more logs.
It's the cool part. I missed the cool part. Atlas
What?
takes a breath and goes underwater, and then
Okay.
comes out 8 hours later.
Okay, that's right.
Do you have 8 hours underwater? That's
I have infinity underwater.
He doesn't have to.
He is
yeah.
water.
I mean, until I get strangled. You know what I mean? Like I have to. I don't know. There's some wording for it.
Oh, so
As
you're
long as
actually
I'm
going
not
underwater for about a mile.
Yeah, I'm going underwater. And
Make
swimming.
a perception check.
Yeah, I'm just checking the shoreline. Truly checking the shoreline. I'm looking for like sunken treasure, boats, people, like bodies, literally everything. Here's perception. 20.
You start noticing some odd things actually as you get deeper. You know, you're going about a mile into the water and a mile along the shore. Essentially, you want to get a good scope, and you start noticing something a little strange. There's like massive fish that are bigger than you are that have bites taken out of them, like in one big swoop. It looks like, you know, just decaying fish bodies that have essentially like an 8-foot hole in them.
Jesus.
And all of a sudden there's just more crazy looking fish that are just humongous, but they're all dead and they're all decaying, and you're not sure what could, unless you want to make a nature check, could make.
I'll make a nature check.
All right, yeah, go for it. By the way,
Yeah,
Atlas,
also
I don't think you spent your 7 skill points. By the way,
7?
it's 7 skill points.
5?
I thought it was 5. But
Oh, you're 5 skill points at the bottom
5.
of your character sheet.
By the way,
Unless
I-
Atlas.
I
I'll
did
take
do
2
that.
more if you want to give them out.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
Yeah, I feel free to make it 7. I did actually recently do that.
Oh, okay, cool.
And that
In which
today.
case, you got no idea. You just think maybe it's a bigger fish or something that's in this lake. But it's got to be of monstrous size, because it didn't even finish them. It just took one bite, essentially, out of all these, and it's literally littered. This has got to be an old lake too. It's not something that just sprung up, and so there's these fish have had residence time to just kind of grow there forever. But it looks recent. Like these fish are only like a couple weeks decayed.
We'll have to take care of that because we were hoping for a good water economy and can't have a giant ass fish threatening that. So.
Yeah, you think it's a fish right now. You're like, all right. So you get out of the water on your way back. Everyone else, you started to build your own little shack.
Did he tell us about this when he got out?
No, that's what he's doing right now. Like
Yeah, I'm
in the
coming
meantime.
to shore. I'm rinsing out my stretch suit. So I wear armor underneath that stretch suit, so that's off, and I'm taking the armor off and just kind of dragging it behind me. And I come on up.
When oh, I guess I should stop that.
A little early for that.
A little early for that. I just like the.
That's terrifying.
All right, so
Really for what?
nothing.
Oh damn it!
All right, so essentially, when you come back, Chatterbones has built your shed, your shed there, Atlas. He's helped out. He's been relatively silent. You're not sure why, but everyone kind of has a little shack with an open door frame now. It's nothing major. It keeps the elements out. And some critters out, you know. That's pretty much all you're asking for at this point. It'd take a little bit longer and a little bit better resources to fully build something more secure. And Atlas, you stroll up.
Yeah, I'll go check out the shack and thank Chatterby for working on it. I appreciate it, and say that his effort wasn't wasted, as I've got some pretty
Change
big
name
news.
every session.
It's Chatterbones, right?
It's Chatterbones.
You said Chatterby.
Chatterby.
Oh yeah.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Damn it! All right. Chatterbones. I thank him for his effort and say that it certainly wasn't wasted, as I had a eventful day as well. And
what happened?
Well, you'll find out in here in a few minutes. I don't really like to repeat myself, so we're gonna get everybody together and talk about it.
All right.
Sorry, buddy.
Dannerby, you're holding your finger up.
Yeah, sorry. Give me 1 second because I lost it.
All right. Go ahead, Atlas. Go do what you're going to do.
I start gathering everyone together. I say that I found something while swimming today, and I think we need to talk about it.
Oh, what'd you find? Oh, there, as Tola says.
Atlas says, "Patience is a virtue," and kind of does that whole twitching thing again as he goes to like that dark space to pull that quote out. And just kind of passes by Tola to go gather everybody else and bring him towards the fire.
Make perception check on your way past Tola.
Shoot. 24!
You notice his eyes kind of squint barely whenever you do that. And then, what's that perception for, Dannerby?
Oh, I thought you were telling us all to make.
Oh, no. Only Atlas. Atlas, you kind of notice that, and he follows you to the group.
I swear to God, I will do to him what I did to Talent. I'm not worried about it.
What?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I go gather everybody together because I'm all about efficiency, and I tell them that while swimming today, I didn't find no treasure, no large coral reefs, no valuables. There's a decent amount of fish nearby. Should be able to net fish and also spearfish and hookfish. But further out, I found a very strange instance of I mean, this is a very large creature. I have no idea what it is. I would imagine a fish, but I have no idea. But it doesn't even eat its targets. It just takes a giant bite, like 8 feet, bigger than me. I could swim through the bites in these fish. The fish are bigger than me. The bites are even bigger than me. Summed up, I don't know what it is, but I can tell you that it will hamper the water economy that we had kind of hoped for. So we're going to need to figure it out.
Tola goes, and I said that there are some less fish the past couple weeks. I wonder if this is related. I don't know.
An 8-foot bite?
Absolutely. I could hardly believe it myself, and I was happy to return to land and be here with you. But yeah, it's I have no idea. I've thought about it, and I all I can think of is bigger fish, but I really don't know the environment as well. Anybody have any ideas?
Have I heard about it before? Anything that big?
You're not quite sure, Phil.
I've been around Atlas.
Yeah, you're trying to think about it, but just nothing really.
Unless you're talking sea dragon type, an 8-foot bite, and the fish survived the 8-foot bite.
No, certainly not. It was just left for dead. It took the bite and left the rest of the fish. It simply was playing with them. What was that?
Can I go for a nature check as well? See if I do any better.
Yeah, as he explains, go for it. You're trying to think about it.
Nice. Good job.
You're thinking about it, describing it. It seems that this creature was ravenous, but not a focused ravenous. And there's a couple creatures that come to mind. You're not sure which one it would be.
Kraken.
Nothing in freshwater like that.
Dragons.
It could be a dragon that simply is just really hungry and dove underwater. Could be a giant shark of some type, but this is freshwater. But you've been known, there have been sharks known to go into freshwater. A kraken comes to mind, but krakens normally need much bigger areas of water.
Oh yeah.
How the hell's it get here? Come on, a kraken.
The rivers. A hydra could be a hydra. You're not quite sure. Hydras are known to have ravenous hunger. That do actually frequent rivers and lakes, and they move from river to river, lake to lake. You're not. Yeah, any of those sound feasible to you?
How fresh was the kill?
Weeks.
Yeah, a week or two.
Huh.
I mean, it was just left for dead. It's like it honestly, it was just killing. It wasn't doing it out of survival purposes or hunger. It was simply killing, and left the carcasses floating. The further out I got into the lake, the more carcasses there were. So it's definitely in the depths.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we were going to have any boats trekking through here anytime soon. We're not building a dock just yet, but certainly a thing to keep in mind. I'm mostly disappointed. No sunken treasure. No ships. No nothing. We should check the mouths of all these rivers.
You
Just
thought
in case.
a ship was gonna.
Not a full ship, but things swim or go down river. But I guess all the rivers out of this are going down river. Never mind.
I mean, it's got to be fed from a mountain spring or something somewhere. That would
Yeah,
be
like an underground thing. Yeah.
the interesting thing to find.
That would be a big one, wouldn't it?
What time of day is this right now?
Big
It's
spring.
8 hours later. It's
Oh, it's
like in
nighttime.
dusk or
It's
nighttime? Okay.
it's sun is setting as you're discussing this.
And we've all got our kind of cabins starting to set up.
Yeah, they're more like twig shelters right now, but
Mine looks particularly nice, though, let's be honest.
I'm gonna suggest
mahogany.
that we post a double watch tonight, and
In case this thing comes out of the lake.
and I'm gonna try to detect whether there's some source of evil coming out of the lake in the morning.
what's the range on this thing? This spell?
It's 30 feet, but
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
I mean that's the best I can do.
yeah, that's understandable.
Give me one
That's detect
second.
magic, right?
What's that?
That's detect magic?
Detect good and evil, or
Okay.
evil and good.
I've got detect magic, and that's also 30 feet, so I don't know.
Detect it on a molecule of water, which has been throughout the entire space.
I mean, if we're going to go to sleep, I might as well. Well, it's a ritual. I don't know if it requires.
Matt,
Yeah.
going to use primeval awareness. In essence, I can focus, use a spell. I'll just use one of my cure spells since it's the end of the day anyway, and I'm not too much for Karen. You can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you. Because this isn't a forest here, it's only 1 mile and not 6, but
Oh,
1
man,
mile.
that'd be... All right.
And just give me a yes on within 1 mile of us here. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. You don't have to tell me where they are or anything like that, just if they exist.
Pardon that, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Thought I muted.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Let me look it up.
What is that spell?
Primeval
Okay.
awareness.
All right.
It's
Can you
on
say
page
what type
19.
of thing it is again?
I think it's, it's any of them, but aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Huh.
Well, and undead.
It misses a couple of those, doesn't it?
It doesn't hit everything,
Yeah.
right? It's this is just if that's within 1 mile of me. I don't know how many there are. I don't know how strong they are or anything like that. Just if they exist within 1 mile of me.
Okay.
If there's something not natural, essentially, a living or unliving thing in that
fair.
radius.
I gotcha. All right. So double watches tonight.
You're muted.
No, I hear Matt.
Oh, him. Really? I can't.
Yeah.
All right, I'll refresh.
All right.
Oh,
Sorry.
here not.
You can't? You can't hear me?
No.
I
Not
hear
at
you
all.
fine.
You need to refresh then, Drew. Oh,
No, I got it now. I think. Hold on, Matt, say something.
hello?
Hey, that's it. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, did you? I was just. All right.
Okay.
Whatever.
I assume nothing of that pinged for me?
Nothing pinged over the night.
All right.
All right. I guess I'll do detect. I mean, since we're going to sleep, I might as well give it a shot. I'll do detect magic as far to the center of the lake as I can. See if I get anything.
You have to do it within 30 feet of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get anything.
No. All right. Worth a shot. It's a ritual anyway, so
Yeah,
whatever.
it's a pretty big lake, and Atlas didn't get anything until about a mile into it.
I hoped. All right. Well, regardless, we got ourselves a spot here. I'd like to check the that cliffside to the northeast and see what types of any of us know anything about metals and caves?
Metals and caves.
Caves. If you
Talking about
know
ore
iron,
deposits.
I know
need
we
a
don't got a
dwarf.
dwarf among us, but
I've got some insight, but that's about it. I don't have anything.
History. I've got history, but
why don't we take a look? Why don't we take an exploration up there today and see what we can find? We already know there's plenty of lumber around.
Right. If
I
you're,
mean, whatever gets us away from this lake.
The lake's not bad. Come on
I mean,
now.
I'm not worried about the stuff coming out of the lake either, man. It's probably just a big fish. I think we're safe on land.
8-foot bite marks. I'm like 3 foot tall.
That's fair. I'm not
There's
worried about
8-foot bite marks, and I'm 6 foot tall. So
Fair enough.
all right.
I'd like to check the caves. Tola, you said there could have been some goblinish.
Oh no, those were the cliffs to the southeast. At the time, it was the northeast. Now it's the southeast.
I got you.
I
Yeah,
have
I
no
guess that's
idea
something
what's
to
in these
request.
caves.
You feel like going it? Well, you know what? I guess it's up to you. I'd like to explore them and see what's in the area.
Oh, I'd love to explore them. Absolutely, I'll go with you. I'm having a great time.
Want to roll?
Yeah,
Tola
that's
seems to
fine.
be having just a good time.
Yeah, Tola
And,
seems to be having a pretty good time to you. He's definitely wants to go with you.
Do I have anything better to do? Because I would probably go as well.
Like,
And
not everyone could just inside him just because Fell didn't inside him.
Yeah, no, that's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I was going to give him a dagger. I decided not to. That's
I'm not-
basically what that roll.
I'm not rolling for Tola. I do not trust Tola.
All right.
Also, though, I mean, I'll probably go if I don't have anything better to do. There's no reason not to go.
Let's go see
Same.
if there's some caves. Let's go see if we can.
All right. Now, fully mapping out one square takes 1 day.
Oh, we covered. Yeah, all right. That's 6 miles.
Fully mapping out, like
Yeah.
scouring, takes at least 1 day, depending on the type of tile.
I don't think we're getting that in depth yet. I think we want to check the cliffs.
Just for like any obvious things.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm mainly looking for in a cave is a source of iron, a source of whatever. I know that we've got a lumberjack industry, so to speak. I know we have some people that can cart some trees back, but I want to look at metals and see what this land has to offer, and go from there. And I guess by the lake, the waters and the shallows, how fishy is it?
Oh, it's pretty fishy in the shallows. Like, but
Shouldn't
the
be
fish aren't
fishy
very
from-
big. They're like maybe like 6 to 12. Some of them are 15 inches.
Okay.
Trout and the like.
But yeah, I mean, even a 1.5 foot fish that's a meal. All right.
Yeah. for you guys.
Yeah, no, that's well enough.
Yeah.
Let's go check out the caves there. Let's see what else we got in these lands.
All right. Are you going along the lake, or are you just going to cut straight to the river? Like, are you following the coast of the lake?
Where is the cave in relation to the lake?
You don't know. You're
we
searching.
Don't know. We know
Oh.
there's some cliffs on the map.
You don't even know if there is a cave over there.
Right. It's if there's going to be a cave, it's going to be near cliffs. Is my thought process here. Yeah. Why don't we follow the lake up to the river? Then we'll follow the river north up until we get to roughly where it starts to get rockier, and then we'll cut that along to the north.
Chatterbones elects to stay behind and watch the camp.
Yeah, have them watch the lake specifically. If you see any big jumps, if you see any big hits.
Hold on.
In fact,
He hasn't really elected to do anything so far except follow us. Why is he electing to not go into the cave?
You ask him?
I would like to ask him.
All right. He just looks at you, shrugs his shoulders. You guys do not like me. It is okay. I will stay behind.
I'm going to give you a present.
Buddy. Who gave you that mask?
You built me a house, buddy. I love you.
Did you say thank you, though, Atlas? That was what I was missing.
I did say thank you.
Chatterbones,
And
what
I said that he should feel good that I found something too, so it's not like I was just relaxing on the beach all day, even though I wish I was.
I got a fishing pole. I'm going to swing it out, throw them, watch. You throw something on the hook, fish, then wait for the tug, pull in. I don't know, maybe half an hour in the morning, showing Chatterbones a fishing thing.
Okay.
Roughly how to fish. Chatterbones, I trust you with my fishing pole. If you could catch us dinner tonight, catch the fish, and just throw it on these boards here.
All right. I will do as you say, Master.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't get yourself eaten by a giant monster thing.
Or do, because then I won't owe you that cape that I owe you.
All right.
Let's head out, guys.
He just starts fishing. And make perception check as you guys are moving along the lake.
Sorry, I navigated away from that page. Take a minute.
I'm still watching Chatterbones with my pole.
All right. He's just
Perception.
casting out.
I'm distracted. It was a good fishing pole. Tup gave me that pole. I'm gonna leave the horse. I would
All
say,
right.
guys.
Why?
I don't know if we want to bring the horses with us to the cave. I don't think that's.
I'm liking that, Max.
Bannerby, you
Nice to me.
you think you hear a faint roar, and you look over quickly where it is, and you think at the edge of your vision, you think you make out a creature a couple miles in the lake with some type of long tail, and you only catch the end of it. You don't see its head or anything. You just see a whip-like tail with a bunch of ends on the tail, and maybe a spine to the tail. You're not quite sure.
I yell.
Just splash. Like, yeah.
I yell, "Run!" to everybody around me, and then I turn around and I yell, "Chatterbones, run!"
Charles is like, what? And he just runs. It's a couple miles in, but you see it. All right. Tola goes,
Atlas
"What?"
also stands still, but glares at Fel, who did not believe him. So,
And all of a sudden, after you guys run inland a little bit, Tola goes, "What'd you see, Dannerby?"
I describe what I saw, the tail and everything.
Or it has a spine thing. I guess that rules out a shark, huh? Still could be a fish, but that's a weird tail.
You guys done?
Wait, where's the?
We're doomed.
We done running away?
How far are we running away? Yes.
Yeah, how far?
I'm gonna keep running until somebody stops me. Because
I mean, Tola goes about 500 feet before he is like, hey, Dannerby, what's up?
I'm like, I don't know, just keep running.
No. If it's in the lake, it's not going to be coming after us. I don't think.
It said long tail. Doesn't sound like a fish tail.
Doesn't sound like a fish. Doesn't sound like a shark.
Sounds mobile.
Yeah.
It could be a tentacle for all we know.
I get
Be
good
a-
enough eyes, Atlas. I didn't see anything.
It sounds like a dragon. Are you serious?
Did you see it?
I
If you've got a
did not.
giant
But
squid,
I trust
giant
Dana.
squid hiding.
You trust the little one who you filled with heads a story of some massive monster in the lake. Let's keep our eyes and let's keep our focus on reality. I see you didn't run either.
Because I'd rather face it head on. But also, I'm trying to come up with a good Sun Tzu quote, but I don't have one for this.
Keep your back to the sun.
I'm sure it's pretending to be weak while really strong by splashing a bit in the water.
No, not too much, but I trust Dannerby. He doesn't seem like the scare type. He seems a little religiously misled, but I don't think he's
He
afraid.
made a whole comment about that, it's got an 8-foot bite for a 3-foot person. I think we're all right. I don't think whatever it is really wants a piece of us.
Dannerby, anything?
I'm not paying attention to them. I'm just running away.
No. Tola grabbed your shoulder, and he's like, hey.
Oh, I
Hold you up, your
convince him to
legs
run with
still
me.
swinging.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, all right, little guy, let's go back. You guys go back. Tola goes, well, from the looks of it, doesn't seem like a shark or a fish of some type. If it was a dragon, I'm sure it could fly out. That leaves you a couple choices. I don't think it's the Kraken, because that would be just too damn scary to think about.
It sounds dragonish.
No, the only thing that fell... No, what's it fell? The only thing Reese over there was talking about was a Hydra.
You said dragon, giant shark, kraken.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, like he said, Hydra, dragon, blah 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 blah. No, I'm saying I don't think it would be a dragon because you'd see it fly out of the water, not dive back into it, right?
Depends on the dragon.
Depends on the dragon. Yeah.
I guess that's true.
I'm no expert in dragons. I just hear tales of monsters
can-
at sea.
We can talk about it for a while of what Dannerby may or may not have actually seen.
But we
We're
should get going.
walking. We're walking while we do this. Calm
Alright.
down, grumpy pants. It's
I got a
Right.
lot of pride in setting up the Fellwood, or Fellmore, which I think would be a fantastic
Right.
name for the place.
So you want to go on down the cliff, right? And look.
Right,
Yeah.
correct. I would say we followed down the river, where I guess it's continuing to go with the river, and then skirt around that, looking for caves, looking for any entrances that we can get in.
All right. You see a couple caves. You go and check them out. Make a perception check. Anyone.
God damn, I love rogues.
All right. Dannerby, again, you hear like some kind of hurt, something that's hurt. You're not quite sure what the hell it is, but you guys get about right there, and Dannerby, you hear this kind of eagle sounding
Are these like cliffs around here?
Eagle.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
cliffs.
Huh. Do I know what it is?
You don't know. You just hear it.
Oh man. I'm gonna duck behind the nearest person to me because I'm little,
All right.
and I'm just gonna yell like, "Look out!" I guess.
That's his favorite term.
Yeah. That's apparently all I've got is just yell, "Look out!" So
Yeah, Tola goes, what?
there was a sound.
Hey, he pats. He's kind of right by you. You're hugging his leg, and he's kind of patting you on the head. There's
Sorry,
a lot
I
of
got
sounds. That's funny there, Reese. No,
Jinx,
there's a lot of
that
sounds
will
out
just
here.
Shut up.
There's a lot of sounds out here. It's the wilderness. You gotta understand.
Oh.
Are you describing? Is he the only one that heard it?
Yeah, he's the only one that heard it.
Right. Are you describing it to us?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I suppose I'll try nature.
I mean, it's a pretty vague description. It sounds like an eagle.
Giant thing.
Yeah, Fel, you're like it's a freaking eagle that's hurt or something. That's all.
A lot of shit dies in the wilderness, Dannerby. I understand that you're used to the temples and you're used to stone covering you. When you're actually out in the fields.
And I wanna look at you and I kind of want to glare a little bit, and I want to say, when you're 3 foot tall, an eagle's a lot scarier.
Well, I got that little glare. Very great. So.
Yeah, does anyone want to try and? What is everyone doing? Just kind of moving on, ignoring.
I'm
Dannerby?
looking for my cave.
All right.
I'll do a nature check as I'm passing just to try and get anything, but it'll probably just be like a passing glance over the cliffs, listening in for the moment.
Well, you're down below the cliffs. Like the cliffs are above
Yeah,
you. You're walking.
Give me
Yeah.
one.
It just sounds like an eagle to you, man. If you're really listening for it, you can kind of hear it. It just sounds like an eagle. To you.
All right. I'll say that he's not hearing things, but doesn't really seem to be any
I didn't
importance
say
right
he was
now.
hearing things. I said that he was hearing a thing.
Just to be safe, I'm gonna cast a spell on it. I'm gonna cast something on everybody. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast. Let's see, I got one creature. Never mind. Hold on. Shoot, what am I looking at? Something else. Bless. That's what I wanted to cast. Bless. Sorry.
You may want to hold your spells right now until something actually comes after us.
Yeah, it's only gonna last for a minute.
We're all right. There's nothing here.
Yeah, I get.
Tola pats you on the head as you're trying to cast a spell. Listen to him there. It's going to be all right. You spooking things, and you're going to create more trouble for you by just rustling around. All right. Now you were shouting up at the cliffs, and these cliffs echo, and there are caves that are in there, and your voice echoes throughout them. There's no telling what you could have woken. Now, just calm down.
Makes a lot of sense.
Everything's going to be all
I
right.
kind of look up at him with like a tear in my eye, and I'm like, I'm just really scared of the eagles.
That's understandable, but they're just eagles, man. You gotta let it go.
I do love that I put a little bit of the southern drawl into Fel, and now that's the wilderness accent.
It's the wilderness accent.
But what I would like to do, would like to track humans around here, and see if I can find anything of that. Humans are a favorite for me. Survival,
All right, go for it.
because they're favored. I just get advantage on survival,
Yeah.
and basically looking specifically of human tracks.
Unfortunately, you don't see any human tracks, but you find some weird kind of track. Is looks like a horse hoof, but then there's a kind of like a bird's foot as well, not too far away from it.
Are they the same size?
Or
Maybe cowering behind someone's leg.
they look like they might belong to the same creature, Fel. Looks like it.
Oh.
Same creature's got a bird and a horse hoof, and I got no idea what that is, huh?
You have no idea what it is, though. I mean, Tola goes,
it.
"Oh, all right, you follow it. And you track up. Make survival check."
God damn it, Atlas.
Apparently not.
All right. You lose the trail. You can backtrack if you want and start over, but you've lost the trail of the creature right now.
Yeah, I'm curious on it. I want to go back to where I saw it,
Right.
and I know that'll waste time, but advantage to find it again.
Mm-hmm. All right, you find it, and all of a sudden, you can distinctly hear that same sound that Dannerby was talking about as he gets closer and closer. And Dannerby, you're kind of like hugging Tola's leg. He's like, "All right, come on now. It's going to be all right. We're just going to peek over this corner."
I'd punch it, Tola, to quiet.
All right, it's going to be fine there, Dannerby. All right.
And I'd smack him if he's still talking.
God damn it, Phil.
I'm quiet. I'm not saying anything.
All right, yeah, no. Yeah, Tola is quiet.
And I just want to take my bow out. I have an arrow lightly knocked.
Yeah.
And
there's now blood on the trail as you get closer. Everyone can kind of see this now, and you hear labored breathing, like a kind of thing as you go over the crest of one of these cliff faces, and you see, if everyone can see my camera, one of these guys.
It's like a griffin.
It's actually
one
not.
of them. Hippogriff.
Hippogriff. That's what.
And a large hole is present on the wing of the creature, and it squawks violently as you approach it, if you still approach it. Phil, what are you doing? All right. And it's trying to just like, it has one active wing and a hoof is kicking it away from you as it squawks violently as you approach, but it doesn't seem to be.
Hold up hands and try to continue to approach it. I'll actually drop my bow and just keep the hand up, and I'll speak Elvish to it, soothing.
Right. 12 is not quite enough.
Can I help?
No.
Aid another works in this game, but
Well, there's guidance, and then there's aid another just kind of advantage.
okay. Well, can I help him get advantage then?
He's already rolled. That's the thing.
Yep.
So
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna. I've got the bow dropped. I'm still a ranger at heart. Still see a creature hurt, and especially something majestic.
yeah,
I'm gonna try to continue to advance towards it, unthreatening.
it's not really trying to attack you. It's just squawking, and it doesn't seem to have energy to attack you. Actually, as it just kind of lays there and is kind of shivering as you approach.
Got any food
And
for it?
what's that?
No,
Oh.
Cure wounds.
Okay.
Let me tell you how much that does in one tick. 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier.
Yeah. All right.
Points back to it that I got a hand on it.
It seems to be slightly better, but it's still not really moving. And it's labored breathing. It seems to be that it's not dying from loss of blood or the wound itself, but something in its blood.
Poison.
Yeah, it require medicine, not just magical healing.
Can I do a check with medicine to see if I know what the poison is?
You can do medicine. You can do medicine or nature, either or.
Well, my medicine's way higher.
Yeah, go for it. I said either or.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing of trying to get an idea of what this poison is.
Right.
Put
Looking
a little
at
bit of the blood to my lips.
Dannerby. Oh, nice, Phil and Dannerby actually. Looking at it, you can tell it's going to die within a couple days if you don't get some form of herb in that wound to help counteract this poison.
Okay,
The poison
so
itself is, judging from the wound and everything, and just your what's
I'm
up.
proficient with poisons. I don't know if I could tell them what type of poison it is or if that matters.
It's a natural poison, not. I mean, you might be able to tell.
like when you say natural poison, it ate something that was poisonous, or
No, it has a hole in its
some-
wing.
something
It's
did it. Or something. Does the wound itself, is that a bite? Is that a weapon? I think
It
I'll
looks.
survival on that.
It looks like something pierced it, but
Spear or something.
it might be a spear. Make a nature check.
Oh, well, I did survival to... I can
Make
roll
a nature check, though.
too. Wow.
Nature. This looks like a wyvern or what? Shit. Yeah.
wyvern.
I've always called it wyvern.
It's actually wyvern.
I've always called it wyvern.
It's actually wyvern.
Is it?
I actually did a video on this. I looked it up. It's a wyvern.
In my
and-
lands, it's a wyvern.
Well, I'm sorry. It's actually a wyvern.
Good enough.
It looks like a wyvern stinger.
Poison.
And you're like, you know that wyverns and dragons and griffins love the taste of hippogriffs. They're kind of preyed upon.
Can I keep the stinger? Does the stinger have?
No, the stinger's not in there.
Oh, okay.
It
But
just
it
pierced
was,
a scorpion.
Yeah.
All right. So can I just like make an appeal to the group in general? Just whoever can find whoever can find an herb to combat this poison.
What do you want me to roll on that?
I'm looking for whoever has the highest nature, or
Friend,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
yeah.
I'm better at poisoning people than curing them of the poison, so that won't be me.
You want me to roll in nature to see if I know what herb would do it? Or a survival?
yeah. Whoever, I mean,
Matt.
whatever you want to call that.
Survival to find it, you would already know the type of plant to just from your nature check there.
Oh, from the medicine. Or...
Fel would know. I'm saying
And
Fel would
when
know.
all this is happening, I'm just kind of scanning the sky.
Yeah.
Anything in the area here that would... what am I looking at for my direct area?
Yeah. You think that there's a couple things up there on the cliff, a couple 100 feet up. Luckily, it's a very scalable cliff. It's not a sheer cliff. That you see traces of plants that could do it. You just need enough of them. That's the problem. But with a couple hours scouring, you could do it, and in those couple hours, you might find a cave or two as well.
Yeah, I got no problem taking the time right now. It's a
Is
beast
there-
in need. And, Dannerby, I do apologize. I didn't hear it. You did. You were right. I do apologize. I know when I've invested, and quite frankly, I'm angry at myself for not hearing it. I think I've dulled a little bit in age, but
And I let you know that this is no great wrong among friends.
it is a wrong though, and it's one I'll correct for you. I'll trust your senses, friend. I grew a little bit arrogant, and unfortunately, a very good friend of mine was also a little one, and Pro needs to trust in one. But yeah, I climbed the cliff. Whatever I got.
Atlas, who are you asking that to?
Probably Fel, because I think he's the most survivally of us.
Yeah, Fel, before you go do that, Atlas asks you that question.
No, it's. I mean, if it's a Viren, it ain't living in the water. The pierce. I mean, if you look at the pierce mark on the hippogriff itself, it's way too small to be.
Couple
what you're
inches,
talking
you know,
about
it's like
in the
6
lake.
inches.
It doesn't attack with its mouth; it just attacks with the stinger.
Oh, it does both.
But it doesn't have an 8-foot bite, right?
Right. No.
Okay, fair.
If there's a Wyvern with an 8-foot bite, that's something new to me.
It's called a dragon.
Right. That's what we call dragon. It's
Good.
no. I think this is. I think this is just untapped land, and I know enough of hippogriff temperament, hopefully, that they are a noble creature.
They are. They are. Actually, you know that many people have trained the young for mounts. Actually, the only thing is that they're often hunted by all these other creatures because they're not incredibly strong creatures by themselves. They're worthy, noble creatures, but they're like flying horses, kind of, just a little bit more different.
Eagle horse.
Yeah, eagle horse. So, you know that normally they don't stray more than a couple miles from their nest unless something has really brought them this way, either in defense of something or what. You're not sure where this hippogriff came from, but you know that a wyvern attacked it, or attacked something, and it followed. You're not quite sure what happened.
The leading
Yeah.
thing is getting these herbs. Luckily, that do grow on the hillside, or the cliffside rather. I'm game for going after him, Atlas. If you want to come, but Atlas just ran. But if Atlas would want to come with me, I think we'd both be somewhat all right at climbing.
Well, it's actually no big deal. You can just go get the plants. It was finding them that was the main thing, but
I'll take
your
the time.
nature check was pretty good. You find enough for 2 treatments essentially, and Dannerby, you know that you would need at least 4 treatments over the course of 1 week, and they would have to be successful treatments. That's the problem. It's a very tedious and dangerous process to go through if you were to help this creature.
So,
But it is doable.
can I? So I can use my medicine. I can use my medicine check to make sure that the treatments are successful, or to try
To
to
treat
try
it.
to make them. Yeah.
To treat it. Yeah.
And then will two successful treatments like make it last a little bit longer, or do we need to have them all
No,
in a row?
you need to have essentially 4. You need 4 successes in a week, not 4 in a row.
This
and
is
you
just
think
my
if-
first glance. I just wanted to grab some stuff.
Yeah,
right
in your
here.
first about an hour's worth of searching, you find 2 searches.
There's
2.
more up there, I'm sure.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Is this like in 4th edition where you have like 2 out of 6 or something, or is this?
I'm actually making it like that, but I'm not letting you know the failure options.
Okay, so
Only the success options.
Can I aid him at all?
I can ask somebody to like continue to look for this particular herb.
Well, he also has guidance too that he can cast on himself. You can try to aid him to give him advantage. Yes, if you want to make this a group thing.
I'm not sure that I can do guidance to myself, can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do guidance to yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just on someone else.
It's
No,
you
it's a
or
pretty good
others.
kill. I'm fairly positive, unless I could be wrong, but I think guidance is any target. Guidance is a massive underused spell.
Well, it says you touch one willing creature.
And
That's you.
That's you.
I can touch myself. All
Yeah,
right.
you can touch yourself, just like you can lay on hands
I
yourself
touch
as well.
myself all
Like,
the time.
if you were
Phil.
paladin.
Yeah, like at least once a day.
At least once a day.
All right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'll
so you'll what?
you know what? I'm gonna try the first one first.
Oh, are you doing it now? Like in this environment and stuff?
Well,
Let's get a treatment in it right now. If we got to bring it back, if you get the goodness going through it right now.
Can we if I do 2 successful turns? You said it needs 4
Over a week,
over
but
a
you
week.
cannot in the same
over
day.
a week. Over a week. Okay.
Over a week. 4 successes
4
over
days.
a week.
4 days minimum.
Too much
4
of the
days
herb
minimum.
might kill the thing.
Okay.
So let's.
Let's do our first now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and do guidance on myself.
DC is 15 medicine.
Yeah, I'll help out on any.
All
But
right.
I don't know.
So roll
what
with
the-
advantage then.
Okay, so how do I roll medicine with guidance? Because it's plus a d4.
No, you just roll guidance and then you roll medicine. You
Yeah,
add
roll-
the
roll them
guidance.
separate.
It's a separate thing.
Okay, I guess.
You don't have
So
to
just
do it
roll
at the
your
same
medicine
time
with advantage right now. Roll your medicine with advantage right now.
because you can do guidance afterwards.
It's not advantage. It's a plus a d4.
No,
No,
I'm
no.
giving you advantage.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sorry,
yeah.
All right. So medicine with advantage. Dead air. Sorry, guys.
All right. You
Doesn't
successfully actually you grab the herbs from Fel. Fel's kind of like caressing its head, and its eyes are kind of just glazed over. It's the poison is winning right now, and you spend some time making this, grinding it with your hands since you don't have a mortar pestle right now, as best you can. You spit on it, try to make it a little goopy. And then you apply it to this area, and you actually put your little fist in the wound, and it shrieks up in pain. And as Fel's like just calming it, and then it just kind of lays its head back down after you pull your fist out. It's kind of bloody and nasty.
So
Alright,
after I'm sorry.
No, what for Fel? Just real quick.
See how he is.
Oh, he just kind of has his arms crossed. That's it. Looking at it. So, yeah, Dannerby, you succeed. 1 success.
So as I'm trying to heal this thing, I kind of turn around to the group and I say, I pray to God someone is good at animal handling.
You got any more of that guidance, friend?
It's a cantrip, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. It is. I can guide you in animal handling.
Why don't? God, I really wanted to find a cave, and we didn't set out what I wanted to do, but let's get a stretcher made up for this thing. If there's some long branches, some small
Yeah,
trees we can
you
use.
within the mile radius, you can gather something to make some crude stretcher. Go ahead and make survival check to make it real quick.
And if
Alright,
this doesn't end up working out, I'll just put it out of its misery. Let me know.
You saying that?
Yeah, he said it.
Hey, son.
Oh,
I
You can't help it.
I actually knocked the arrow back.
I'm here to
That
protect
kind of
this.
shrug.
I'm gonna be really angry at you if you kill it.
Yeah, man, I'm knocking the arrow back, looking your way, Reese.
Tola goes, well, yeah, Reese, what's your problem? What's your major malfunction here?
I'll be doing her a service.
Everyone make a wisdom save real quick. Just like, just real quick.
Nope.
All right. Fel, you're really mad at Reese. Reese, you're really mad at Fel. Dannerby, you grow furious with.
Can I feel what just happened?
No, it's not so much it's not a magical thing, Atlas. You're just like Tola over here is like, yeah, this is all wrong. You should feel very bad for what you just did. And Atlas, you recognize this. Make perception check.
Just Atlas or everyone?
Just Atlas.
I succeeded the DC. I think, so.
You recognize this tactic, inciting anger amongst allies. Essentially, is used for various couple motives. You're not sure what to think about that, but you're recognizing what Tola is trying to do right now.
I'm gonna let it happen for right now, and I want to see what Fel does.
So Reese, what do you want to be doing instead? I'm the one that was pushing the exploration, and I'm sorry that a creature here was hurting and needed our help. What's better? You want to just slaughter the thing and move on?
If you can't make it any better, I'll put it out of
We
business.
are making it better.
Go for it, then.
Are you blind?
So is it dead at this point? Did he kill it?
No,
He didn't kill it. He did not. He did not kill it.
No.
You're just very mad. And
Oh.
Tola is inciting this rage, this conversation between all of you. That's all that's happening right now.
Reese, I looked at you as a person that could possibly have some compassion for a creature out here. And I'm going to be honest with you. If your answer is for every sick thing, let's just put it out of its misery, I'm not sure I want to start a land with you.
Your choice.
I'm gonna grab.
It is my choice, isn't it?
I'm gonna grab Reese by the cloth of his pants around his knee, and just like pull myself up to full height, like all.
I just
Climbing up him.
3 foot 2 inches,
I don't stop him.
and
I'm
say,
whatever.
say, if you hurt this thing, God help you.
Reese, just think of the utility. All right.
It's the last option.
Flying ally.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, that's all you're
obviously
saying, but
listening.
Tola has made it kind of more than that point that everyone else except Atlas is overlooking right now.
I'll bring it up later.
Yeah.
And Atlas, it ain't about utility. It's about a creature that needs our help. I don't need any talk from you that it's worried about utility. All right?
Right.
We went into these lands looking to do good, and I want to do good.
Whatever strokes your ego, my friend, but I'm trying to speak to Reese and appeal to
My
his
ego.
whatever sense of appeal it takes for Reese to be on board with saving this. I have no issue with you spending effort on it.
It would be wonderful if you can save it. But if you can't, let me know. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because I need you to kill a defenseless creature. Big bad Reese. Oh, thank you, Reese, for killing this defenseless hypocrite. Oh, my God, what would I have done if I couldn't put an arrow in it? Clearly, it was mad and frothing.
But by the way, Drew, meta thing, this is just... This is all in character. He's not angry at you or anyone. Like personally.
Absolutely, sorry, and that's
Because Drew hasn't really played with us, so I just wanted to make that clear.
Absolutely, everything is in character right now. In fact, I enjoy these moments of outburst because it adds realness to an actual campaign that everyone doesn't just always get along.
Yeah. This is what always happens. Kevin always falls for the bad guy. He always likes the bad guy, and then Atlas.
Tola's not a bad guy.
Atlas has to get his hands dirty by killing the motherfucker that invaded the group. That's what's gonna happen. I've seen it before. I know how to hide a body.
All right. Quit metaing. All right.
Hey,
All right.
there's
Back to
nothing
the
about it.
conversation.
Reese, I appreciate your permission to treat this creature. If you'd like to go on and explore on your own, Dannerby, I think you and I are at least meeting. I'd like to bring this back to the camp right now, and hopefully we can treat it better there. And I'll spend my next day working to see what I can find around the cliffs.
I'm still really scared about what's going on at the camp right now. I don't think that I want to bring a injured animal there to serve as bait for whatever is living in the lake.
Hey,
Didn't you hear my quote about bait?
I did.
there's
I did, and I kind of scowl at you as I say bait. like maybe that's the wrong way to
no,
things.
and I'm sorry, Missy. Whatever it is in the water. If it was on land, we'd be seeing corpses around the lake. I didn't count a one.
How
you
thick are
didn't
the
walk
trees
around
in the
Atlas-
lake? It's
Atlas
completely
to-
flat, right?
Atlas told us that it was within a mile of going into the lake itself. That's plenty of distance that we're all right.
All right.
I can tell
Okay.
you that at this point in time, a
I'm gonna-
division. Go
I'm
ahead.
going to defer to your nature sense, because I really have none.
I don't know what it is, if it is anything. But I know that the signs aren't there that it's just going to attack whatever creature's out on land. We'd see those types of signs. We'd have seen struggles along the beachland. We saw none of that. We'd have seen corpses. We'd have seen prints. We'd have seen something. We got none of that. I'm a man who follows what's in front of his nose. And right now, near that lake is our best chance of getting this thing out of here. I don't know where the Wyron lives, but if we can get this thing at least closer to the lake, I feel it's at least out of the cliffs.
Right. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm gonna trust you because you seem like I've lived my life in a church and you've lived your life outdoors, and I'm gonna trust you over me outdoors. So-
Fair enough. I just
Yeah.
need someone to help me bring it back. We've got a stretcher, probably a rather large stretcher for this type of creature.
Yeah, it'll hold up, you think, at least for the distance that you have to go.
I could carry it if you trust me enough to not drop it.
We got on the stretcher. I'm not trusting you enough to just put it over your shoulder. It's not exactly a damsel.
Reese kind of just chuckles.
Tola just shakes his head. Yeah. All right. I say that we should probably be getting back to camp. And it's been about a half day now, a little bit past noon. If we want to get back to camp by nightfall, carrying this creature here.
Well, let's make our way back.
All right, you found a couple of caves. You did. You just didn't go in them while you were doing the whole thing. But
This thing is the size of a horse, right?
yes, it's a large creature. It's
It's
the
going to take
size
some
of
effort
a
to
horse.
carry.
Yeah.
Luckily, you have draft horses, don't you?
We
Oh, you didn't bring them.
We didn't bring the horses with us.
That's
This is
right.
gonna
It'll
be
take all four of you to essentially.
Or one
It'll
of us
take
go get the horses.
all 5 of us.
5 of you. Yeah, Tola will help. Yes. So
I'm gonna roll above 30 as a total trust in Tola. All right. Don't have that total trust in Tola yet, but he's
getting there.
yep.
He's
How's he getting there? You've rolled negative both times.
Well, that's what I mean. That I don't trust him yet. Otherwise, I'd be giving him a weapon. I'd be.
But that doesn't
Going
mean you
with
don't distrust him. It just means you
Correct.
don't trust him. He's new.
Correct.
No one distrusts him yet,
No, I
Except
trust
me.
him.
except Atlas.
He's not my best friend. Tola, though, he makes a lot of sense out here. I'm not 100% convinced on him, but I'm fairly well convinced that he's a good guy.
And for anyone else's conversations with him, things look to be on the up and up, on all good except for Atlas. For
No,
some
and he-
freaking reason, just
he
Atlas hasn't good. Reese hasn't really had a
decided-
conversation.
Water.
What's that? Oh yeah,
Doesn't like water.
Tola.
Yeah, that rubs water guy over there in the wrong way.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm an air guy, actually.
Whatever. You can, okay, no, whatever. He doesn't
It's all
look
the
like
same.
All right, you
Let's
were
get-
saying? Anyway, Matt.
Let's get the thing back, and
No, Reese doesn't really have too much of a reason to distrust him at the moment. And if he was kind of cajoling the situation there, he didn't even notice.
looking back at the cliffs at all, Matt, is it upset to be leaving this area?
It's too dazed to really get it
Gotcha.
right now. It
So,
doesn't
as
really
we-
know.
As we travel, I'm assuming there's four.
No. How about we take a quick 5-minute break, and
Yeah.
when we get back, we'll all be at the camp, essentially.